final point which resonated with me, which maybe was missing from the points on your slides, which is that overall, the whole banking sector, especially in the European context now, is finding it hard to see its kind of future thriving within the displacement of shadow banking, either through fintech or other funds which are not caught by regulatory scope. And I think that the extension of scope to shadow banking is going to be important for values-based banking or values-based regulation, because if it doesn't kind of go to if it doesn't extend to that arena, then the common kind of cry of resistance will be, but look at those folks over there, they're the ones who are doing all of this bad stuff, and they're not even caught by banking regulation, let alone by all these other things which we're wanting to promote here in terms of best practices. So I think that we have to, and that's where we've got common cause with all regulated banks, which is we can't only look at the narrow scope of what's currently regulated in banking if shadow banking is playing a de facto larger role within the financial sector. So those are the 4 points: transparency, proportionality, fiscal stimulus, and shadow banking.
Okay, thank you very much. I just wanted to respond immediately, just so that we understand my approach so far. So, James, I agree with you, and it's been very comprehensive. Just to say, when you mention so what I'm coming up here is with sort of bones, yeah? You're coming up here with the flesh already. So I think this session should be devoted more to the bones, trying to find out those key themes. And obviously when you mention transparency, it's here, smart, transparent, values-based regulation. I just wanted to emphasize, when you mention shadow banking, it's here, transferable, yeah. We can work on renaming those principles. When you talk about incentives, yeah, here, I mean it here, holistic values based regulation. We're thinking also about regulatory tools. So I agree with you totally. It's just, I think we're talking about same things, and I just wanted to invite you already because I can see that you're touching upon some of those themes, and perhaps we could have a small group already looking at some of those with you. But let me just open it to, yeah?
Yeah, if I may, that's Marcus. Just a very short comment.
Yeah.
I see James' points very, very much, especially because I'm based in Europe and I'm very exposed also to those issues. But I mean, I feel that the scope of the research with Exeter and the Global Alliance and later with other partners can be sort of couching those issues, but don't forget that I think it has a broader scope. I mean, one thing is that we look into what is happening currently in regulation in the world, and we can, give some answers or some ideas from a values-based perspective. Mm-hmm. And a different thing, which is, I feel, much more the scope of this research, is how should regulation in general be reframed in order to achieve a values-based financial system, which of course can be dealing with those questions, but it's sort of broader in the scope. So we should not restrict to some question. We should perhaps create a team for that, but mm-hmm. I think we need to be more open-minded in that field.
Right. Can I invite others to comment?
Radek, it's Darren from Ben City. Mm-hmm. I think that it's a really good start, and kudos for taking all this information and putting it into a PowerPoint presentation that's not 50 pages.